So here we are at the Thracian foothills, and of course I'm playing as Thrace. My opponent is playing as the Macedonians. I brought 5 units of phalanx pikemen, and they do have some small upgrades on them. I've also brought 2 units of falksmen. Four units of well-upgraded archers. Greek cavalry. My Greek cavalry component being pretty sizable. I have 2 units here with my general, and my Greek cavalry does have some upgrades. And I've also hidden 2 here in this little clump of woods. I've also brought some militia cavalry. They also have some upgrades. Pretty extensively upgraded. It's a very good idea not to underestimate these guys. They're very quick and they're able to destroy armor. I'm going to try something I've done in the past. What I want to do is I want to rush up this hill as opposed to this one. And I want to take this ridge and make my opponent fight me on this ridge. It's very steep. And if he's deployed here or here, it's going to be quite a surprise for him. And in theory, it should allow me to do quite a bit of damage to him with my archers. Thrace is an interesting faction because they're able to recruit phalanx pikemen as well as falksmen, being a mix of Greek and barbarian. So I rush for this hill right away. And you can see here my opponent has formed some sort of large triangular shaped thing. He has lots of experience, lots of upgrades on his royal pikemen. It looks a bit like a Noob Box. See how many royal pikemen he has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units of royal pikemen and 2 units of Cretan archers. You can see he has not bought any cavalry. That seems like a pretty big mistake. Macedon can field Macedonian cavalry and Campanian cavalry. There's no excuse for not bringing either of them. If the opponent knows the unit rosters really well, they know that the only cavalry I can bring is Greek cavalry, and that's not particularly useful. His general is in this unit of royal pikemen here. He's retreating his army down this way. I'm going to cautiously approach. I don't know what he's doing. I just saw his army shrink, and I thought that was rather weird. What I had thought he might be doing is he might be trying to get me to cross so that he can attack my broken up army. He's now rushing the remainder of that army down the hill. I'm still cautiously approaching here, trying not to let my flanks get opened up. I'm moving these guys out of the forest now because their hidden position is no longer valuable to me. Oh, and look at that. Looks a bit like a Noob Box. Yep, he's tediously arranging it into a Noob Box. Imagine my soldiers' surprise once they get over this hill. I very quickly marched some of my cavalry off to this flank. My light cavalry, militia cavalry. They're going to enjoy what they see. Look, a box, an immobile box that I could plague and harass with impunity. Boy, am I glad I came to work today. My archers are in range of the Noob Box already. And from quite a range too. This is a really impressive range for regular archers. He has Cretan archers, but of course he's surrendered their advantage by sending them down here in this little box. I'm gonna get in a Cantabrian circle down here, close to the opponent, and just chuck some javelins into this mess. My opponent's using flame arrows as well. Flame arrows are not a really good weapon to use unless you're specifically trying to cause morale damage. If you're trying to get kills, a much better option is to have them fire regular arrows. Regular arrows fire much faster. My opponent must be feeling pretty confident at this point, because although I am taking men down, I'm not taking down a ton of men. It's a slow process, taking down a Noob Box. But it's something that if you know how to do it, and it's not that hard, it really requires patience more than skill. If you really want to do damage against a Noob Box, a smart thing to do is to hit the corners of the Noob Box, because not all of the shields are perfectly protecting the soldiers. I could shoot into this flank over here, for example, and that would be relatively unprotected. One of the things I did was I shot to the back of this unit, forming the back wall. His Cretan archers are also vulnerable to my troops. And Cretan archers are very good archers. My regular archers are nowhere near as good. But in this particular instance, they're a whole lot better. Due to the advantage of terrain. Can't really see a whole lot of Cretan archers in there anymore. I think that's probably because a lot of them, they lack armor, so probably a lot of them have been killed already. I'm moving my archers around for strategic attacks on the enemy here. I'm trying to hit the softest places of the box. And like I thought, a lot of the Cretan archers have been killed. There's 33 here, and 10 in this unit. And that's probably because they don't have a lot of armor. The Noob Box itself, this pikeman unit, is down to 76. This one's at 118, this one's at 118, 119, 115. And the general here has 94. He's marching his Cretan archers forward, which is suicide, certainly. And some of the finest archers of the Greek world are getting wasted by Thracian archers. I'm using a flame volley at this point just because I want to rout that unit. I'm not too concerned about the Cretan archers, but if I can get rid of them, they won't reform. And I can continue to harass this army with impunity. There are no longer any Cretan archers, I just destroyed them all. I've switched back to regular fire. He no longer has any archers. I can march my archers a whole lot closer. This will be enabled me to be able to see the openings in the enemy's army a lot better. I will also be a whole lot more accurate at close range. And our opponent has actually formed a box now. It was like a noob diamond, but now it's like an actual box. Well, I would have been happy to just sit here and shoot all day, but unfortunately I will not be able to do that. Now comes the time to move in close and smash the Noob Box. I actually have less pikemen than he does, but he's also... He started with more pikemen than I have. He doesn't have as many as I do now. You can see here that there are quite a few casualties. His box is still holding, so his master's strategy is, of course, still legitimate. I had my Greek cavalry form up into a wedge because I want them to punch holes in the sides of the box. Because my opponent has formed a Noob Box, it gives me a lot of time to think and plan out my strategy and my attack, which is not good for him. I will be able to numerically outnumber any of his spearmen, and they will also be able to use a much more diverse army. My Folksmen will be especially happy when I open up this box. Hello, Royal Pikemen. Say hello to the can openers. Folksmen and Bastarnae are both good at the same thing. It might have been a good idea to bring Bastarnae, but Folksmen have really high attack. They're also considerably cheaper than Bastarnae. And now we're moving in for the attack. I'm going to hit the corners of the box. See, these guys cannot attack my army quite yet. I also have longer pikes than he does, so I'm going to get initial kills off a lot earlier. Also, these units here, here, and here are not getting a lot of use, so they're sort of wasted. I'm going to have my Folksmen hit the corner of this box. Some of them did get hit by the spears. The same thing happens over here with my cavalry. But they're putting a lot of pressure on the enemy troops, and they're pushing them back. I'm also attacking with my cavalry here, with my general. My Folksmen are benefiting from this chaos, and the sides of the enemy's Royal Pikemen are opened up now. My archer just killed one of them. That's a lot of Thracians. This unit's been broken up quite a bit. My Folksmen really enjoy that.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
We exchanged the deaths of our generals. He killed mine, and then I killed his directly afterwards. The general's bodyguard is still charging around the battlefield, causing some damage. Actually, now my general's died.
Much better to have lived.
He sacrificed himself for the team. The Macedonian general's unit is down to 17 men now, so they've suffered pretty badly. This fight's really slow, really grinding on, but just look how much blue there is. My opponent has had to abandon his box strategy. He's now facing me in a line. I'm going to move these guys to the side. I do not want to lose them in a senseless battle. And I'm getting a war cry off. My phalanx pikemen have them pinned here. You can see quite a few routing pikemen right now. There's only 2 units left fighting, one here and one here. This one believes that victory seems certain, only a fool could lose this battle. This one believes that defeat seems certain. And there we go, it's broken now. This unit's going to be in quite a bit of trouble because its buddy is broken. I'll now be able to dedicate the entire force of my army against it. And so there we are. I deployed 1,431 men against 887. I killed 778. My opponent, Armandino, 89, killed 914. So he did kill more than me. Men remaining, 573, and my opponent has 107 men remaining. I did bring more men, and I lost more men, but the money was exactly the same for both factions, and I do believe that on my side, strategy was better. When you box up, when you just sit there, you're abandoning the initiative, and when you abandon the initiative, it's very easy to get surrounded and systematically overwhelmed. So, I did lose more men, but there's a ton of men in Thrace. Let's look at some statistics here. Casualties inflicted. General's Armored Bodyguard took down 21, which isn't a ton. I usually get more in my bodyguards. Phalanx Pikemen 59, 89, 72, and 96. 25 and 27. Falksmen 27 and 24. Archers 56, 50, 118, and 67. And my militia cavalry took down 30 and 14. So, my militia cavalry could have been better. Lots of carnage here. I lost a lot of men, but if you're fighting a Noob Box, you can usually expect to win. It just takes patience. Good game to my opponent, Armandino. Thank you for watching, and I'll have more videos soon. And I hope, if you watch this, that you will not form Noob Boxes.